I gave you my heart.
Yo, what's up, Pride Nation? Back at you with another one on today. I am TA of Noble Sports Entertainment. If you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. Without further ado, we're going to talk about the Detroit Lions. You know we've been covering them all offseason long. So we're going to talk about an aspect of the offense that we need to cover on today. So let's go ahead and get into it without further ado. All right, guys, I want to talk to you today about Kerryon Johnson and CJ Anderson. Will they be one of the best rushing tandems in the NFL this season? Now, we know that Kerryon Johnson had a great and successful rookie season. He was able to eclipse 600 yards rushing. He was the first Lion in a long time to be able to rush over 100 yards in a game. And the only thing now is to be able to be the first Detroit Lion to be able to rush 4,000 yards in the season. That's the only milestone that he probably should be thinking about. But also we picked up in the offseason CJ Anderson. So what do you guys think? Do you think that the Detroit Lions will have one of the best rushing attacks in the league with CJ Anderson, who was very, very productive, even though CJ played with various teams last season? He was still productive with the Rams as he got a chance to go to the Super Bowl, and he's already won a Super Bowl. If people didn't know that CJ Anderson has already won a Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos. You remember when the Denver Broncos played the Carolina Panthers and the defense was all over Cam Newton. But definitely, man, I definitely think that Kerryon Johnson and CJ Anderson can be one of the best 1-2 punches in the league. We know that these two guys are going to get bulk of the load. We still don't know what the Detroit Lions are going to do with Theo Riddick. We still don't know what's going to happen with Ty Johnson. A lot of people are pulling for Ty Johnson to make the team. Me, myself, I would love to see Ty Johnson be on the team because we need another added dimension to our team. And that's one thing that you can't coach. You can't coach speed. And I think it's just time to go in a different direction. And Zach Zenner, we know what Zach Zenner brings to the table. He's a guy that is always going to be a guy that you can plug in, and he's just going to get the job done. He's a guy that goes to work every day. He's one of those, Zach Zenner is one of those guys that I would say that just goes to work and does his job, man. He picks up his lunch pail in the morning, kisses his wife, and goes to work and comes back home, man. Zach Zenner is that type of guy. But I definitely think that Kerryon Johnson and CJ Anderson can be one of the best 1-2 punches in the league. It depends on how this offense is truly being ran. We know that Bevel is going to run a run-heavy offense. But more so than being run-heavy, the offense is going to have balance to it. I don't think it's just going to be totally run-heavy. It's going to have balance to it, too. And I definitely think that bringing a guy over like CJ Anderson is just going to tremendously help. And we need CJ Anderson to be at his best, man, because we know how it looked last season when we picked up LeGarrette Blount. We thought that LeGarrette Blount was going to be crushing him out there, but that was just not the case. Now, he did good in some games. I'm not going to knock LeGarrette Blount for every single thing, but he just did not look good all the time. Sometimes taptoe dancing in the backfield. And if you're a Lion fan, you do not want that. You want the best productivity that you can get from your running backs. And we know that Kerryon Johnson is a young guy, and I think Kerryon Johnson will probably average anywhere between 12 to 15 touches a game. I think that that's about right. Normally, if you're running back in the backfield, you're probably going to get anywhere between 15 to 25 carries. If you're a guy that's carrying the whole load, and you're a guy that's an every down back, you may be carrying the ball anywhere between 15 to 25 times a game. But definitely, man, CJ Anderson has something to bring and offer to this team. And I'm hoping in 2019 that the rushing attack of the Lions will be one of the best rushing attacks in the NFL. And also being able to see Ty Johnson, that would be an awesome thing. We know that Ty Johnson still has to make this roster. And I think that he definitely will make the roster because speed is something that the Detroit Lions need. But guys, you let me know in the comment section, how good do you think Kerryon Johnson and CJ Anderson will be in 2019 and this new offense that Detroit has? I definitely think sky's is the limit for both of these guys, and we'll see what happens. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.
I gave you my heart.